It's there we go. There we go. Someone's going to be. Oh, I've got to do it again for the Facebook. Okay, being told.
I literally, I swear, I thought you cursed.
I may have done.
Oh, for Facebook.
Facebook.
Oh, for face sake.
Just type that in. A podcast about. And there's got to be. Can I outsource this? Coffee. I'll get a VA.
The word in my presence ever again, please. Thank you.
I'll get a VA in somewhere in a foreign country to go and just type this in for me. Fantastic. Woo, baby. We're back. Listen, Max, we've got a pretty interesting podcast today. I've got a lot of new things going on here. Did you want to say something? Because I've got a lot to talk about. We've got the...
Do you want to say something? I don't care.
We'll come back to you, Max. Anyway.
I don't really care about that.
Yeah. What do you want to say, Max?
Nothing.
I didn't think so. So I've got this new microphone. I've got a new place. I've carefully positioned the camera so that you can't see anything beyond this very small, tidy zone.
I can actually see the books in there, which is a
pile.
But
I know, but if I move it to the right, it gets worse. So that's all you're going to see. Listen, I've got a new microphone. I got a new desk. A desk that doesn't wobble when I put my feet up on it.
Oh my God!
I broke that last one. Yeah, I've got this remote control which controls a treadmill that I walk on when I'm at my desk that goes up and down with the push of a button. A bit like yours. Yeah. But you don't have a treadmill, so
no, I am a sane person.
Yeah. So I've got all of that. We're in the house. It's still a bit of chaos, but this week's pretty exciting because this week we're going to be talking about the coffee giveaway. I've got a winner.
We've got a winner.
And if you could just talk a little bit whilst I look up who that winner was, I've forgotten.
No, actually, I'm gonna just let you sit in awkward silence.
No, I've got it already. Too late.
Damn it!
Yeah. I found him really quickly. Andrew McHugh wrote to us and he said, "Oh my God," he didn't say that. He said something, but he basically said, "I never win anything." He says, "I never win anything." So this goes to show something. But now he can never say that again because he has won something. He's won a kilo of beans from Gerald from Peabury.
Ooh. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And keep those beans because they're gonna go up in price. It's an investment.
Yeah, don't ever drink them.
No,
think
never.
of them like an investment, like art.
No, actually, no. Don't be silly. Drink them. They're amazing.
Yeah, actually, I truly believe. Like it's like the one time, like this, when I sold my last company. The owners gave me this bottle. It's called Matter, and the owners gave me a bottle that happened to be like this really classy champagne, which had the same name as my company, and they found that it was limited edition. Like there was 50 bottles or something.
Wow!
And they gave me this bottle of champagne, and I said, one day on some really special occasion, I'm going to drink it. And I had it for years and years and years, and the house got burgled, and the bastard stole it. I never drank it. So the moral of that story is: don't wait. Enjoy the day. Carpe diem, pal.
Who?
Live the moment. Live the day.
You were trying Latin. Sorry.
I do very few Latin words. I actually had to learn Latin in school because I was well educated. But
you know what? I haven't.
Yeah. So anyway, Andrew McHugh won these kilo of Bilbao beans, and he's very excited.
We expect lots of Instagram.
Yeah, not only do we expect lots of Instagram, we demand it. It's actually in the small print in the contract.
Lots of Instagram, lots of YouTubes.
Lots of love, basically.
And lots of Facebooks. Many Facebooks.
Many Facebooks and love. Yeah. Actually, Andrew said to me, "Nick, why don't you come up and try out these beans on my new machine?" He didn't actually say that. He hasn't invited me yet, but I know he means to invite me over.
Yeah. And why don't you also sample my fridge?
Come on up. Go through my fridge. See what takes your fancy. My house is your house. Mi casa. What is it? Mi casa, your casa.
Mi casa es tu casa.
That's what he said. That's pretty much basically what he didn't say, but I'm sure he meant it. Reading between the lines.
Absolutely.
He actually went on. He said, "Look, I'm really, really happy. I'm over the moon," or something like that. Blah blah blah. But He said, "I've just bought I bought a Lilith,
Ooh,
Elizabeth, the dual boiler, and he's getting used to it.
which one is it?
The Elizabeth is like the dual boiler, Elizabeth.
Dual boiler. Does it look like a box of shiny metal?
Yeah, that's the one. Well, they all do.
Does it have an E61 group head?
Yes, it does. I'm sure it does. I have to look it up.
Then it doesn't narrow it to anything really.
Well, go look it up. They're actually pretty good.
Google it.
Google it. So we might go and look that up. He wants to know what our thoughts are about it. And Max's thoughts are it's a shiny
we did an episode on them. But of course now we did the episode and we proceeded to forget everything about them. So I have no idea what to think of it.
Look, if only our audience was like us, Max, they'd never remember that we talked about this 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, probably they are. The thing is, for them
they don't realize.
No,
neither do we. That's the funny thing.
No. It's like, but wait, have I seen this episode already? But the thing is, they can go and check it up.
Yeah, that's the shame of the internet.
I mean, we can't. I wouldn't.
We could do.
We could, but I'm lazy.
I am lazy too. I am
a lazy person.
So we're covering this.
Yes.
Andrew McHugh won the beans. This episode, we're going to be talking about the new bean giveaway for this month. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about capsule coffee for just a second because I had a bit of a surprising morning this morning.
Wow.
And we're going to be talking about the 1Z Presso.
Someone got the same.
No, it's not the same.
Someone
it's completely
copied.
Different.
You got the same brand. You copied.
I got the same brand. Yeah, I got the same.
I
thing.
am the trendsetter, mate.
You copied what you are, Max. I've even got the hair going back towards you. I mean, I it's slowly.
You have a long way to go.
No, I don't have a long way to go. Actually, I had a call with a corporate client last week.
And you looked down.
No, I was in a total mess. I just moved in. I can't find anything. I still can't find a lot of stuff. It's in boxes. And
blame it on the move.
What?
Blame it on the move.
Yeah, it is. But no, it is the move. And but the thing is that I was on this call with this corporate client, and they said they actually looked at me, and they said, "What happened to you?" Never really something you want to hear from a client. What happened to you? And I said, "Well, I've just moved house." And they said, "You don't look the way that our such and such normally looks." They said, "Yeah, you're a bit of a mess." My hair was sticking out like this. And the truth of the matter was, I had to admit to them that I hadn't washed my hair in a number of days because I can't find the shampoo bottle. So I had I had a choice, but I did find the shaver, the hair trimmer.
Actually, for a very long time, I did not shave.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have mirrors in the house. So
Ah.
I didn't know what I look like.
Yeah.
I was actually joining Zoom meetings happily because at
Yeah,
least
in
I
ignorance.
see what I look like.
Thinking-
I'm like, okay, at least I see my face.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be a bit of a Russian roulette, and then I was really really scared of cutting my head off while shaving because I don't remember my face.
Yeah. Look, if you don't have a mirror, you end up missing bits. It looks terrible. You just have patches.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
And then I ended up going to IKEA, and they couldn't find me. When we ordered stuff, they couldn't find us, so we had to return it and then order it back again. It was a nightmare. So we actually went and took it by hand. Now I have a mirror and I shaved. Look at that.
Yeah, and you look great. You look like a fine specimen of a man, Max. Pretty much, if they ever want to send something into outer space to say this is what a real man looks like, they should just take a picture of you. Job done.
What a picture! Send me.
Send you into outer space. Well, they might use that as an excuse.
Send me to outer
Max,
space.
we want you to make this valuable sacrifice for humanity, Max.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're going to die in agony in outer space alone, but
can you remove the agony?
The agony.
Without the agony.
I'm not sure there's any dying without agony. So anyway, listen. Today, that we're going to announce the giveaway. And
not tomorrow, today.
No, don't come back tomorrow because
Not tomorrow, not yesterday.
Well, we hope the podcast is finished tomorrow because I've got things to do. I've got things to do. I can't sit around here talking to everybody for days. We are going to launch.
Are you talking to everybody when they can't reply to you?
Yeah, this is the
Or
best
are
thing.
you just talking?
No, don't get all zen on me. Don't get zen on me. Are we talking to anybody if no one's listening? Who knows?
Does a tree that fall in the middle of the forest make sound?
Really fall? Does it do one hand clapping?
Yeah.
The answer is yes. If one hand is clapping, it makes a sound. Just no one sees it or hears it. Jeez, so obvious. I don't understand. It's like so literal.
I know.
So, talking to the whole world out there who's tuning in and
Definitely.
hanging off of our every word, I'm pretty happy to be pretty happy. I don't think people use the word happy enough these days. They have to get super excited.
I'm excited.
No. They get super excited. You got to watch all the tech people in America when they launch something. They go on stage and they go, "I am super excited."
Well, that's because they're off their face with amphetamines.
I think they wish they
Was
were.
that super excited?
No, I know. Everyone gets super excited. Like if I see someone, if somebody says to me that they're super excited, they better be jumping up and down. They better be at the least be jumping up and down, waving their arms around.
Typically, you see them clenching a lot, the jaw, and
you go, we're super excited to launch today the new version of 3.1.6.4.
That's because they're in the down phase already.
Yeah, that's because they're just milking you at that
excited
point.
when
They're super excited about banking the money. That's what they're super excited about, banking the money, baby. So I'd love to get down to the bank and go, I'm just with big bags of money.
I
would be super excited if I had not even 2 bags, one big bag of money, as long as it was £50 denominations. I would be super excited.
It's nobody takes £50 anymore. Try actually to break £50 anywhere.
Are they illegal? Or is that 50 euros?
No, it's because they are the most falsified, counterfeited currency ever. So yeah.
No, I'd still be super excited. Look, if they were genuine, I'd still be super excited.
Yeah, we're actually getting to the point where we are super excited.
Yeah.
So now we're not excited about.
I'm not going to lie. No. I am not super excited.
No.
Right.
We are happy.
I'm just happy, and I think it's good enough.
Yes.
Happy.
True.
I'm very happy.
No, we are happy. We are happy about one.
Can I cut you? Is there a button? Just cut that image. Okay.
Hey.
Get that.
Animal cruelty. Animal cruelty.
Cruelty. There's no
cruelty.
There is no cruelty to people. There's only cruelty to animals. If you knew that, if you went on the underground, you'd know that. We wouldn't treat animals like that.
Yeah, I am an animal. I've been 5 hours straight kite surfing yesterday. Oh, I am an animal.
That is actually impressive. Can you move? Are you able to? Are you not sore? He's holding up his fingers in some kind of cryptic.
I've got blisters in my fingers.
Oh, the blisters. Oh, okay. All right. Sorry.
I was in the water after 2 years that I haven't gone out. I've been in the water for a long time. I was there. I was like, I'm starting to get a little tired. I think I've been here for about a couple of hours.
Well, that's pretty. Look,
I went out and my wife was, you know how long you've been in there? Yeah, a couple of hours. 5.
Yeah. That's Well, that's either impressive or worrying that you can't track time to that degree. Thank God you're not a scientist. Listen, yes. I swam in the pool today. I normally, like my regime used to be cycle 9 miles to the pool, swim 60 laps pretty fast in the fast lane, and then cycle the 9 miles back. Let me tell you what my post-COVID routine is. Get in, heave my fat ass into the car, of which I now have to put the seat back because I can't fit otherwise. Drive the 2 miles to the gym where we live now, and then swam 12 laps in the pool and pulled myself out, dragged myself back, and then, like, humiliated as everyone else kept swimming, just left in shame. And I'm still 12 laps down from 60.
I used to play water polo. I went to the pool and said, "Oh, I'm gonna do a few laps." after the second lap, I started having visions. I
Not good ones, I take
literally-
it.
I had to stop and
Yeah. We'll
And
get back there. We'll get
yeah,
back.
yeah.
So, what are we happy about, Max? Please,
What are
let's
we
get
happy
there.
about? I don't
Can we
know.
please just get there?
Yeah.
We're happy.
Why are we happy?
We're happy because we have done a deal.
We've done a deal.
Done a deal.
We've deal done.
To bring to you, lucky listeners,
Mm-hmm.
a kilo of farm to home coffee from Ethiopia. Now, if you don't know who Farm to Home is, we talked about them before on the podcast. I think I got a kilo of their coffee. We wrote a story on them, basically, how they give 100% of the profits back to the farmers, which was such a really nice thing. So we wrote it up, and then I thought, well, you know what? I'll go and buy a kilo of their coffee and show my support. And I started chatting with the guys, and I'm like, you know what? We'll throw you into let's do a deal. Let's throw you in.
Mm-hmm.
This thing, we're giving away a kilo of coffee. Let's go and advertise a little bit, get the word out there. So if you don't know who these guys are, reasonably new. They're new over here. They work with four farmers or four groups of farmers in different countries in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And those countries are, says he, quickly looking it up, Ethiopia, Tanzania, Burundi, and Uganda.
Ooh.
I've had the Uganda coffee, and I think I've had the Ethiopian coffee as well. And they're both very good coffees. And but what I really like about them, and actually, let me just read the flavor notes, the tasting notes from the Ethiopian.
Mm-hmm.
Floral and creamy coffee with notes of apricot, peach, and lychee. And what
What does a lychee look like?
What does it look like? It's a small little white. You don't actually get the lychee in there. That's just the flavor. Interestingly, my son picked up the lychee. I didn't when I was playing around with it, but he did, and
then he tried the coffee.
And then he tried the coffee. No, but this was the first time we were playing around with. This is the first time we used the grinder, the new hand grinder.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna talk about it. So I'm actually excited about it.
Yeah.
So carry on with the beans.
Yeah, I've got a story to tell you about the hand grinder. So this is from Yogachef.
I know.
It's from a cooperative grown at 2,000 meters. It's a heirloom varietal, washed. It's got a cup score of 85, so you know it's good. Mm-hmm. And so these guys, basically, this is a farmers cooperative union called the YCFCU. And check this out. 50,000 coffee farmers are supported by this cooperative. And so most people, again, I think we mentioned this before, most farmers have very, very small plots. They are not these big sort of landowners. They're really small.
They're
small
farmers more than
they're tiny little plots that these farmers grow. And so they bring all their beans together in these cooperatives, and they take them down to a washing station where they're washed, oftentimes by the women. And then and then eventually they make it way over here where they're roasted. And basically, because they have no way of determining the value of that coffee on site over there, you know, they don't have the ability to roast them and taste them and test them and all the rest of it. It means that those farmers are generally selling their coffee at the cheapest possible price, at what we call the farm gate price. What these guys do is whatever profits they make, they send back to the farmer, and it results in, and it's still a bit of an experiment, it results in, they think, about 10 times the value back to the farmer,
which is
it's just huge. It's just huge. And do you know what? The bottom line is that if you don't actually care about this stuff, you're going to regret it, because coffees will disappear. People think that's not going to happen, just like they thought COVID was not going to be a big deal. But I'm telling you that coffee is in a lot of there's a lot of peril with coffee farming at the moment, from climate change, from all sorts of economic factors. Costs of shipping has massively increased. Farmers can't make money at it. If you don't find ways to support good coffee is going to start to disappear. So do the good things. Try this coffee anyway. Somebody's going to win it for free, a whole kilo. So you
talk about it.
Yeah, and let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. So that's that happening. We're going to be starting that, well, obviously on Monday when this goes out. Actually, no, it's not going out Monday. It's going out now. We haven't got it
now.
We're live. It'll go out again on Monday when I probably do a podcast cut of it. So anyway, so listen. This morning I ran out of coffee because obviously, I'm an idiot and I'm in the new place and it hadn't crossed my mind to order more coffee. So I ran out of coffee. So my son has been rationed in any case to only using the good coffee twice a day in the morning, and then his other 2 or 3 coffees have to be capsules. Try to keep the,
Otherwise, it's gonna go through all of your coffee.
Otherwise, at least you don't get to taste the coffee. We're already going through half a kilo a week. Is that a lot?
I don't know.
I don't know either. It seems like a lot to me. I used to go through.
It sounds like a lot, yeah.
Half a kilo a week, and that's when he's rationed.
Well, how many are you?
No, well, right now there's 2 of us.
Wow, yeah, that's a lot of coffee.
Yeah, I mean, my wife. Well, I mean, first of all, my wife and I are separating, so that's the thing. I don't really mind people saying that, but we're separating, got our own houses. But the nice thing is that we managed to, because we wanted to stay in touch and stay together in a weird kind of way. Mm-hmm. We've actually bought houses next to each other. And we share the cat, and we actually are training the cat at the moment to go from one cat flap to the other. So we're walking our cat across the road. She's on that side of the road. I'm on this side of the road. So we're walking our cat across the road, pushing it through the cat flap. This is also your home. Here. But in any case, she only drank cheap beans. And also means I've now got less coffee machines because she's taken one grinder and one coffee machine. That was written into the divorce contract. It was very important. There was most of the negotiations went on of that and the cat. And so I'm down to these capsules. I pulled these capsules. Actually, she came around. So basically, she came around for coffee this morning. The X. I've got to call the X now. She came around for coffee this morning. And Sunday morning coffee and stuff. And I said, yeah, not a worry. Listen, I'm out of coffee, but I'll make you a lovely capsule, because I had this capsule coffee this morning, and I thought, oh, this is actually really quite nice. And then I looked at it, Max, when I went to get it for her, and it's decaffeinated. And I didn't even realize it's a.
Oh my God! You drank decaf and you liked it.
I do. There has been some decaf that I've liked, and
there is a few, but you keep forgetting about it.
I forgot about the capsules that are decaf, and they was really pretty good. So these capsules, these decaf capsules.
So that's what you call a blind test. Not because you didn't know it in advance, because you were blind to it.
I completely forgot because because that's nice. Exactly. So these are Nespresso compatible. So this is the old Nespresso, obviously not the new Vertuo things. So if you've got an old Nespresso machine, I got these from, listen to this. There's not that many left now.
There's one left.
Hold on. There's 4 left.
Oh, wow.
I tend to put two at a time through the machine. One doesn't make enough coffee for me.
What?
I don't put them at the same time. I go one then the other. I make yeah. So it's stronger that way. Don't give me that look. I'm sure other people do that. So this is from Pennington's, which, as you can imagine, is up north in the north of England somewhere. I can tell you it's in Cumbria, actually. Single origin decaf, delicate, smooth, with notes of caramel, nuts, and citrus, and pretty much that's spot on. Makes a very nice coffee. So I would recommend that.
Yeah, and capsules. We can say that capsules are not that bad. Are pretty good, actually. Very, very consistent.
I get some very nice coffee with the capsules. I have to say. I mean, you can get very sort of snobbish about coffee. I mean, this is an interesting thing.
Yeah, but it's only as good as the coffee you put in the capsules. So if you have cheap or crappy coffee in the capsules, as you have it for Nespresso, it's a bulk standard coffee.
Yeah.
Which is nothing great. It's okay, but it's extremely consistent. You will always have the same flavors or the same profiles. So one is going to be exactly the same as the next one.
That is the great thing about it.
Consistent extraction. So if you do that with good coffee,
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it works out. It's very nice.
It's very nice. I'm really glad. I mean, I spent I think, £35 on the cheapest Nespresso, machine that is possible to get. Was it £35 or 75? I think it was
40 something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It was around there.
Yeah.
Or about $1 million if you're American.
Yeah.
So I hate doing that. I do have to do all of the on the Bar Talks website. We have to do all of the translations into dollars. So whenever I put a number in there, I have to put dollars. I don't know why, but
why do you have to do that?
Because nobody knows. Like we just did a story. Oh, news story. It's a news section. Just did a story on how Arabica. Oops, my microphone falling off there. You okay? Are you right there? I think I stepped on the mic. These cables. I haven't got the cable management system installed yet. So we did the story on button here on percent Arabica or Arabica as it's actually pronounced, but written with the percentage Arabica. You know them? Have you heard of them?
No.
Yeah. Okay, so they're like a Japanese because they're super high end. Go check out their stores. Super high end. You go into their stores. It's like imagine an Apple store if like a cafe was an Apple store. It's like that. They've got like top end Slayer machines. Everything's in white. Everything's like super clean branded. Minimalist white Slayers like that.
So they have basically they have standard products, but very, very nice looking.
I have no idea. I haven't been
Apple
to one.
Store. You say Apple Store?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, but okay. So it's with coffee, and they got their own blend and brand and whatever.
Okay.
But they've opened up. A new store in Brooklyn, which we wrote about this week. But also they started pumping out products in Indonesia, and everything was in rupees. So I was having to translate everything from rupees to US dollars, which and that doesn't sound like a big deal. It's easy to do, but you've got to go through the whole story, and everywhere it says rupees translated to dollars because no one knows how much 452,000 rupees is.
No, but Google does.
Google knows it, but Google doesn't do the work for me. I have to, ask Google and then type it in. Or somebody has to do that. Actually, technically, my writer should do that, but she didn't on this occasion. So I'll have to tell her off. Anyway, so we've been, why are we talking about that?
I don't know. You started off, as usual, you drift.
Oh, no, we're talking about the Nespresso machine, 45 quid, 40 or $1 million.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's totally legit.
So totally legit. Yeah. So we had, I've been having some very nice capsule coffees recently. I've got some more coffee arriving. I can't even remember who I ordered it from. This new coffee, I have to say, actually, I'm ordering another bag from Farm to Home because I want to try their, what did I order? Not the Burundi. I think I ordered the Tanzanian. I've ordered the Tanzanian coffee. I ordered a kilo of Tanzanian from Farm to Home, but I've also ordered a kilo from somewhere else. I actually can't remember who. And I'll be very honest with you. I just Googled coffee or something and then ordered the first thing that came up because I was so desperate. Actually, I think
we ended up with the Lavazza.
No, that's not quite true. It's close to the truth. The real truth is I Googled coffee roaster and then, Hampshire. And then I picked, and then actually Gerald came up.
Well, I was like, he lives down the road.
I realized he's down the road.
Yeah.
I'm going to pop in and see him. He's going to hate it. Gerald, now I know that you're nearby, mate. I'll pop in all the time.
and suddenly he's going to say, guys, just news flash. I moved.
Yeah, I found the location furthest away from you. So no, I looked up. I got somebody new just to try them out because I want to keep trying out different coffees. So that hasn't arrived yet. That'll arrive next week. In the meantime,
someone has got a nice grinder. Look at it.
I've got a 1Z presso, or as you're supposed to say, a easy presso.
A 1Z presso.
But I like to call it 1Z because that obviously annoys a lot of people.
We got
a lot of dislikes on the very first. Remember the very first video that we did and we mentioned and we didn't know how to pronounce it, and it came
Uh-huh.
up, and we called it the One Zpresso seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we got quite a few dislikes on that video.
Good.
So we're going to call it the One Zpresso from now on.
Yes, from now on is the One Zpresso.
The One Zpresso machine.
And we're gonna spell it out. One Zpresso.
I'm going to make sure exactly. I'll phonetically write that in the story as well.
It's alphabetically.
So this is slightly different from yours. I have no idea what the difference is.
I think the mechanism is exactly the same. It's just the grinding adjustment that is different. The mechanics.
Okay.
But
okay.
Carry on. What's the model first of all?
So this is the JX Pro.
Okay.
Oh, and I promised I'd give a shout out to the people I got it from because they were very nice, actually, which is Sigma Coffee in the UK.
Nice.
Go Sigma. So basically what happened was
like a frat house.
Please pay me. It is actually like a frat. You're right. It's one of those names.
Go Sigma.
Go Sigma. Oh my God, that was the name. I actually went to school in America. I was in a fraternity, and every fraternity has a sister sorority.
Mm-hmm.
And my sorority sisters were the Sigmas, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I never understood those things, but
it's just an excuse to torture people, and then to be friends afterwards. So you become really good friends. Actually, because I've still got friends, and both on the sorority sister side, very close to one of the girls there who still writes to me and sends me pictures of her family and stuff. And one of my fraternity brothers died, unfortunately, in a accident involving a snowmobile just a few months ago. And it's the sort of thing like everybody still gets around, even though it's like 30 years later.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody still gets behind it. So it's actually kind of a nice thing, or it was a nice thing for me. Even they haven't been around and in touch for a while. There's still kind of a closeness there. But anyway, so this coffee, I got this grinder from Sigma Coffee in the UK. Originally, the one I wanted wasn't in stock, and the guy contacted me and said, "Hey, what?
Which one did you want?"
I just wanted it without the carrying kit or something, but they had it with the carrying kit. Or no. Or something like that. No, I can't remember. It was something like that. Mm-hmm. But then he said, "Look, I've got one. It's in a slightly damaged box." And I said, "Is the thing damaged?" He said, "No. But, if you want it, otherwise I'll get another one in a week." I said, "Look, mate, I'm going to throw the box away. Don't keep the box just send me the grinder. Send me the grinder. Send me the grinder now." And so he did. He was very nice. So I said I'd give him a shout out. But a couple of things you will not learn about this grinder on any other show. One, if your wife has weak arms, she will not be able to use it. Or, frankly, because that sounds very sexist, if you have weak arms.
It's a hard work to grind espresso with those. Yes.
I gave this to my ex before we were exes last week. The ex is a new ex this week. I gave it to her last week, and I put a story up on the Instagram of her trying to grind with it. And she's like, she can't do it. She can't do it.
Yeah, you have to really get going.
You need to get momentum going.
Yes. And as soon as you lose it, which does happen, it flings back and it spins the other way around. Yes, that is hard work. Yes, true.
It's not easy. I personally find it cathartic, and I find it very useful and good. But that's number one thing you won't learn. The number two thing you won't learn, and my son has given me permission to convey this story.
Yeah, I've seen it on the Facebook, I think.
Oh, the one where he didn't put the. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So he basically, what you got to understand is we were down to our last few coffees.
Uh-huh.
Okay. We had only a small amount of beans left in the bag. And Peter is down there. He's just pads down in the morning, and he's grinding away, grinding. And when he finishes, he goes to make his coffee, and then he stops. And I'm sitting over here, and he's there. And he looks at me and he goes, "Dad, guess what's wrong?" I don't know what. I had my glasses on. I said, "What?" Everything looks fine to me. He's like, I've noticed something about this grinder. It doesn't work if you don't have the bottom on." And he ground coffee all over the kitchen floor, basically. without noticing. He did not put the bottom where you has to be screwed in.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you have it in all the time?
You don't use it this way. You take it off.
Yeah.
You put it you tear it on the scales.
What? No.
Yes.
No,
You tear it on.
into
Look. I'm taking the top off.
Yeah.
Right there, you got the grindy bit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That technical people call burrs. And you take the bottom off. You put your beans in there. You tear it on there. Then that goes straight into there, and you shake all the beans in.
Yeah.
And then you simply put it back on the bottom.
Yes, but that will bring fines in when I make pour over. Bring some fines in.
So
I
how
don't
do you
like
get
to
rid
do
of the
that.
fines?
I only do a one-way system, so I weigh into a glass bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I weigh the beans into the glass bowl,
Mm-hmm.
put the beans into the grinder, grind, collect into the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
get the stuff out into the glass bowl that is very large,
Mm-hmm.
clean off everything, and then put back together the grinder. And I have my glass bowl now full of ground
Mm-hmm.
coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Take that and put that either in the V60 or in the mocha pot or in the coffee machine, wherever I'm putting it. Clean off with a piece of paper the glass bowl, and that's clean. So there's no.
So you're saying this
anymore.
because of the no, but I clean it. I clean the bottom.
You clean the bottom, but
With a brush.
the bottom, it's hard to clean it completely, especially when you do espresso. There's always a little bit of fines, so I prefer to do it this way because I have a one-way system like that.
All right, so I'm going to invent some new tool which I'm going to sell for a lot of money to everybody. It's going to be like a little tiny mini vacuum cleaner with a brush on the bottom. You brush and suck it up just for these things. That'd be perfect.
Or get the blower.
Oh, I've got a blower. Yeah, for the cameras. It's called a rocket blower. And
Yeah, but it comes with the 1Z Presso thingy-majig with the brush and everything.
I've got a brush. I don't think I've got a blower.
Oh, there is a lens blower.
A lens blower in with the 1Z Presso.
Yeah.
I have to take
Was it mine at least?
I might have thrown it away in the box. You know, I did kind of rip it out. If you saw that video, I did kind of just rip everything out of the box and threw it. Yeah, it is. You did see it because you commented on it. Don't lie. You said poor box or something.
Oh, I didn't.
Or was that? Oh, maybe that was somebody else.
Somebody else, but I did comment on that.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's what I think about that. Do I use it, Max? Do I?
Wait. So
What?
that is the thing that your son ground it without.
Yeah, he ground one of the last 3 coffees that we had onto the kitchen floor.
How was it? How did it taste?
I told him he had to sweep it up and drink it, and that's his punishment. I don't think he did. I think he just ground another one.
Because that's the question that everyone asks every time. You take a picture of a shot or anything, and everyone is like, "How did it taste? How did it taste?" So you did that, and how did it taste?
Yeah, it tasted probably like a lot of floor fluff, which is yeah. Yeah. Well, he's allergic to the cat. This is the problem. He's allergic. That's why my cat has to go and spend the majority of time over at my ex's because he's allergic. So, yeah. And I've got a fluffy cat, a very, very fluffy cat, and wherever she goes, it's just fluff gets into everything. And honestly, the amount of times if you ever watch his posts on when he's making coffee, you got to understand he's highly allergic to cats. And then he'll post a coffee puck with cat hairs on it. And he'd be like, how did this cat hair get into the coffee machine? Like into my puck?
They always do. I mean, cat hair, they get everywhere.
It gets everywhere.
Yeah. So what do you think of the 1Z Presso?
So I think
what will you learn from this podcast?
I'm going to, well, one thing is, unlike you, I'm going to take a different position to you. This is not going to replace my main grinder.
Why?
Uh,
Are
uh,
you lazy?
yes. Yes, I think we've already established that.
Why
No,
are
it's
you
not going to
lazy?
replace it, but it is going to be a valuable addition.
Mm.
It's not going to replace it because I come down in the morning. Nowadays, I have got a great setup. Here's my setup. I have my really big commercial grinder thing. I
Mhm.
stack that hopper full of beans. I put half a kilo or a quarter of a kilo or something. I think it's quarter of a kilo into there.
Mhm.
And with the amount of coffee that we drink, it actually is, it's really good. I also have to say for espresso so far with 1 week in or whatever, I do prefer the flavor profile that's coming out still from the Flatbur commercial
Yeah,
grinder.
fair enough. I mean,
It's
that's a very high-end grinder, so I'm not surprised.
yeah, so I'm getting really, really nice flavor profiles from it. That said, and also by the way, if I'm making 2 or 3 coffees, like if my ex comes around and my son wants a coffee and my other son turns up and he's like, "Oh, it's
Y-
coffee, dad," which is how
Yeah,
it's.
you need a
Uh,
snack in between.
I'm like, I could just keep with the handle for, an hour, or I could just hit the button on the machine. Guess which I'm going to do. However,
Mhm.
where this has become really useful, and it does get daily use when I've got the coffee around, is I've normally got anything from 2 to 4 or 5 bags of coffee at any one time.
Mhm.
So I'll normally have a kilo, which is my morning, my daily driver coffee that's going on in the machine.
Mhm.
And then I've got the coffee that I'm playing around with, and that goes into the hand grinder.
Aha.
And so that's basically how I'm using it. I'm using it for trying new coffees. And the thing is, if I really like a coffee, I'll go and buy a kilo of it. So I won't buy a kilo of every coffee. I'll buy a kilo of the coffee that's going to be my daily driver. If I find a coffee on the hand grinder that I really like, I'll buy a kilo and I'll throw it into the big grinder.
Mhm.
So that's basically how I'm using it, and it makes perfect. It's a great fit for that. It's better than having. I used to have two electronic grinders. I had
Mhm.
the Sage. God, I can never remember the name of that thing. The something Pro,
Don't.
the Sage something Pro something grinder, the one that everyone uses, Smart Grinder Pro. So I had a Sage Smart Grinder Pro, which is a
Mhm.
conical burr grinder, and I had the big whatever it is. I got Zenith, whatever it is,
You
grinder.
got Zenith, yeah.
Yeah. And this is a much better fit for my workflow to have the hand grinder where I can easily throw in, and plus it's a little bit kind of cathartic, and I quite like playing with the grind. So it's a very fine adjustment
Mhm.
on the grinds, and it actually makes quite a difference to the movement as well. I quite like the whole workflow process. I like how this thing connects together, how the bottom can be weighed and tared, and I put the beans in. Despite what you say, you don't put me off that at all.
Oh no, of
Uh,
course. I mean, I mean that's the way it's designed to work. It's just I don't like it.
right. I'm looking forward to making V60s with this.
That makes a massive difference, and it's really quick.
Yeah, yeah. I imagine when you change the grind setting to a coarser grind, you'll fly
Yeah,
through it.
yeah. It actually grinds through the coffee super quickly. Obviously, when you're making espresso, it does take a long time, but that is with pretty much any hand grinder.
Hmm.
I mean, when you're grinding for espresso, you have to consider that you're going from a bean that is a few millimeters to particles that are a few microns.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe not a few microns, but
But something.
yeah, probably. Yeah, I
Isn't
would
it 100,
say
100 microns? Isn't that the
yeah, it sounds about right, but I'm not sure. It sounds very small.
100 microns?
Mm,
I'm pretty sure the range is like 1 or 200 microns for espresso.
yeah, I think so, but it still doesn't sound right because I don't know. But anyway, whatever it
Well, if
is,
anyone listens to
oh
us, I mean, that's your lookout.
yeah. But
Caveat
anyway, so
emptor, since I'll continue my Latin class for today.
uh-huh. Yeah, you have to anyway. You have to go. You're going down a few order of magnitude,
Right.
so you have to break the bean a lot of times,
Yeah,
and that's why
definitely.
it's so slow.
Yeah.
But it's actually quite consistent. I found it quite consistent. I found it quite good. Have you cleaned it yet? Have you dismantled
Here's
it
the
and put
thing.
it back together?
I started to pull it apart, and then my ex started shouting at me in Chinese. Don't pull it apart. You're not meant to take it apart. And I said, yes, you are. Max did it. No, you don't take it apart. What's she gonna do? Divorce me? So it doesn't come apart, Max.
What do you mean?
Well, look, this bit comes off.
Yes.
Then I just clean under there with a brush.
Yeah.
Is that cleaning? Is that what you meant by
No.
cleaning? Oh,
No. Now,
Uh-huh.
you still have the instructions, right?
I think I was very excited and threw everything away.
Damn.
Okay.
Anyway,
Doesn't.
so if you no.
Okay,
You have
alright.
to put it on the courses grind set.
Okay.
So go all the way course.
Oh, God, I can't remember which way courses is that.
Bigger number.
Oh, bigger number is okay. Hold on. We'll see that way. Okay.
Now
Yeah.
he's struggling to read because he ran out of arms.
Yeah. Well, I know I'm worried that I'm going. Okay. All right. Because it goes around and around.
Yes.
So it's at a 7 at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And actually it's not, it's at a 6. It's at a 6 at the moment, and if I turn it around, I'm not gonna. Okay, I have to just remember how many turns I do.
No, because that's gonna come apart.
Yeah, I know, but when I put it back together again,
Yes, you will have to read zero it anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Then you'll see that at the bottom, the burr is getting far away from the
2, 3.
That's it. You can stop now.
Oh, okay.
Now, the burr at the bottom, if you flip it upside down.
So I want to keep going.
Yeah, no, don't keep going.
Okay.
Stop.
Yeah. Stop.
The burr at the bottom is far away, right?
Okay.
Now you should grab it like that, and with the index finger, push the burr against the spring.
Oh yeah.
And then you can unscrew the top. You can unscrew the dial.
Okay, hold on. Push that up. Unscrew that. Yeah, it comes off.
And then you can take the dial out, take the pieces in order.
Yeah. So the dial's out. There's the dial.
Dial's out. So you put that away.
Okay.
And then you put everything, and then the burr should slide out.
The burr should slide out.
Mm-hmm. If you push the crank from the top,
Hold on. It's like a little nut.
Yeah.
That comes out next.
that comes out, and then
Then the burr comes out. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
That is so cool.
And then now you can unscrew the things. Those are left-handed screw, so you have to unscrew them the way you will screw them in.
Okay.
The fixed burr at the bottom.
There's like there's that little thing.
Yes.
Is that meant to come out? Because it just came
That is
out.
meant to come out. Just make sure that you have it will have a notch.
Oh. Okay. There's a notch. Okay. All right.
Somewhere. Do you want to point the camera to your hands?
No. It's not a notch. It's got a special shape
Yeah.
to it. Okay.
No, do you want to point the camera to your hands? So
Something just that just fell out the bottom.
That is that goes that has a one way. So
Okay, hold on. Let me move the camera down
There you
on
go.
my desk.
so that goes on top of the burr.
Does it go? Hold on. Does it go that way with the thing, or that way?
That way.
That way.
No, that way. Yeah.
That way.
No. The
That
other way
way.
around. The flat part goes against the burr.
Okay. So I'll put it like that. And there's a little spring, and I've got looks a little dirty in there.
Yeah. Now you can unscrew that by both sides. You can unscrew, but to unscrew it, you have to screw it in.
To unscrew it, you have to screw it in.
Yes, because they are left-handed screws.
Oh yeah. I got you. I got you. I got a little brush here. I don't have it actually with me on the table, so I'm going to do that later, and then I'm going to call you when I can't put it back together.
They actually, in their website, they have
Uh-huh.
the ones at Presso website, they actually have the instructions
Oh,
and the
okay.
instructions to re-zero it.
Instructions are not for men. Men don't need instructions.
No, you do.
Yeah, okay. I'll look it up.
You do need the instructions for that. But it comes apart really nicely, and you can actually appreciate how well it's built.
It actually looks very well built.
Yeah, it is an absolute tank. My only gripe for it is that it's made in aluminium. But I understand why they made it in aluminium.
Let me just translate this for our American colleagues. Aluminum.
Yes.
All right.
It's to keep the cost down because it's easier to machine it.
Yeah. Yeah, I
But
bet it is. Yeah.
if it was stainless steel, it would be amazing.
That feels solid though.
It does feel solid. I mean, it's quite thick. It's a few millimeter aluminum. It's not something that you will crash with your hands or bend. There's no chance. And it's hard anodized. So that is really hard aluminum. But obviously, I would have preferred if it was a different metal that doesn't transmit heat.
Obviously, Max, if they had made it correctly, you'd still find something to be unhappy about.
Yeah, of course, I'm nitpicking here. I am totally nitpicking, but it's a nice machine. I think we have the same birds.
I think we have the same birds. I just realized you're not that far away from me. You could just pop around and bring some coffee.
I could if I had.
What are you drinking at the moment?
They can't find me. They can't bloody find me here.
Oh, you've moved as well, and now you've moved into a location where they can't find you.
Yes, DPD cannot find me.
Oh Jesus!
I've ordered.
You got to send me your address because I've got to send you coffee as well. I haven't sent you any coffee for a while.
That's okay.
But if they can't find you, that's probably not a bad thing.
Yeah, Royal Mail now can find me, but yeah.
Okay. Well,
guys, anyone, if you move, make sure that you move to a place that has an address for real.
I don't know. I disagree. I think when you move to a place that doesn't have an address, those are the nicer places.
Yes.
You know, if you just say, like, my mother used to live in Ireland, and literally the name where she lived, she doesn't live there anymore, so I just give it away. It was in County Cork. It was called the Wilderness. Just the Wilderness, County Cork, Ireland, or something like that. That was it.
She was literally in the middle of a field.
I mean, obviously not like, but the thing is, the postman knows where it's at because he's like, oh, sorry, it's the Wilderness. It's just up there on the left past the pint of Guinness I'll have in the way.
Yes, but the postman can find me. Not a problem.
Right.
DPD and all the couriers.
The DPD guys can't find you.
They don't have it in their system, so they always send me pictures of the neighborhood. And I don't know how is that supposed to help me?
Don't you hate it when people like send you, like, you're in a new place and they go and they say, I'm at such and such a street. How do I get to you? I've got decorators coming in to decorate the place, and I spend half an hour trying to explain to them like how to get here. And they're like, I don't know, because I don't know anything. I've just got here myself.
Yeah, but I mean,
and they're like, I'm on Tooley Street. How do I get to you from Tooley Street? It's like, I don't know.
I don't know the place.
I don't even know which way you're facing on Tooley. I don't know where Tooley Street is or which way you're facing. And then you're not on Tooley Street anymore, are you? No, we've been driven on. We're now somewhere else. We're now on Schneiser Avenue. Where's that, Nick? I don't know. You're on I just found Tooley Street. Where are you now? Oh God. Let's end this, Max. This debacle of a podcast.
Yeah, but by the way, I can tell that you've been using your coffee grinder a lot. But you're not very good at cleaning it.
Anything that makes coffee gets used around here, buddy. I don't hang around when it comes to coffee.
Not very good at cleaning it, though.
Well, I didn't know you could pull it apart. Now I know. I'm going to be like a Marine with his rifle. There are many coffee grinders, but this is mine.
Yeah. Have you been using oily beans?
No.
Or dark
roasts? I will not use oily beans. No.
Interesting.
Why? I know you don't believe me, but it's true.
No. It's just that my birds are a little cleaner, but and I haven't cleaned them in a while. But I'm not doing a lot of espresso, so that's probably the reason.
This grind has only seen Peabury coffee.
Oh, right. Okay.
I've had about 3 different coffees from him.
So how
And
do you find the retention on that grinder? How do you find?
that's a very good point. The retention is amazing. I mean, like there's not retention. So yeah, on the other one, like there's no point single dosing on the other one anyway. You would just grind and you'd set the timer and you put the portafilter in and it grinds to exactly 18 grams and you're done. But on this thing here, but then on the morning, I come down and I refuse to admit this to the warranty people, but I bang the machine to knock all the stale coffee out.
Mhm.
And then I have another setting on the Zenith because you got two buttons with two different, so you can set two different, it must be supposed to be like a single espresso and a double espresso.
Mhm.
But I set the single espresso, pro tip, set the single espresso timer button to do a purge shot.
Right.
Now I purge just the right amount. So if I know, which is generally, I don't know, about 4 or 5 grams, I guess, something like that.
Mhm.
So
And
I'll
that's how
knock
you go
out.
through half a kilo of coffee a week.
Yeah. So this is in the morning. So I only do this once a morning. So I knock out all the grinds that are in there.
Mhm.
Then I purge maybe another 4 or 5 grams. And then I put it back to the normal one, do 18 grams. But you're right. That does actually waste a fair amount of coffee. Whereas on the 1Z Presso,
The ones that press.
they're shaking their fists at us. A bit like the guy from Flair. That comment from
I
the guy
actually,
from Flair.
you know what? I absolutely adore the guys because they really know
Hey.
what they're talking about. I've
Yeah,
seen
they're
the
telling you.
exchange. I love
Look,
them.
they said if there's anything that we can do to annoy that bald guy,
Yeah, to annoy the
and
Italian.
you annoy the bald
us know.
Italian guy, I was like, we'll give you a discount just to have one. I said, yeah, fine, I'll buy one. Give me a discount. They never came back to me. I called their bluff. Aha! Fine, I will buy one.
You know what? I will
What?
too.
Yeah. Well, okay, you buy one and I'll just use yours.
I want the
God, I
discount.
saved some money.
I wanted it. No. I take the discount. You buy the machine. They can give me the money back. You buy it full price and they give me the money.
I might get that flair. I might get that flair at some point, but there's a toss up. I also want to get the 9 barista. It's 9 barista. 9 barista.
What is it?
It's a little machine thing. It's quite expensive, like 300 quid.
Wow.
Like a little machine. It looks like a mocha pot thing that makes espresso. It's actually a really interesting
Oh,
design.
that thing. That's
Yeah,
scary.
The thing.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, I've heard it's very good.
Terrifying, but brilliant.
I've heard it's very good.
Yeah.
But going back to the retention on this, if I put 18 grams in, I get either 17.9 or 18 grams out. Pretty much it.
Yeah.
I might put a
that's the thing.
0.1 gram extra in just to be sure, but it's very spot on.
There is very few moving parts. I mean, at the end of the day, you have the coffee going right into the birds and you grind it away. So it will go down. And the retention you have is the one that sticks to the birds at the top because you cannot
Right.
get to it. And actually you can in theory, because if you shake it a bit while you're grinding, your beans will actually make sure that it doesn't stick to the birds while they're being ground. So it will self-clean. And the brush, the soft part of the brush, actually fits in those 3 holes at the bottom, at the top.
Oh, does it?
Yes. So you can actually put the soft brush in and twist it and make sure that everything comes off.
God, okay. Was that in the manual that I threw
No,
away?
but I found it out.
Oh, okay. All right. So I don't feel so bad.
No. You
Okay.
shouldn't.
Okay.
But
Well,
it's very good. I was very impressed with it. So I'm actually glad to know that you seem to like it as well.
I love it. It's now like it's just part of the family. It's part of the coffee family, and I'm really looking forward to getting finishing my setup here. And so leading on to next week, what we're going to talk about next week, and then we'll close off the podcast because I've got a life. Actually, I don't have a life.
Really?
I'll pretend like I've got a life.
Okay. Yeah. You're a very busy person.
I'm very, very busy.
Yeah. Things to do and stuff and
lots of stuff to do.
Yeah.
Next week we're going to talk about your pal Adrian. Possibly, I hope, because I'm going to talk to him on Monday.
Adrian.
I don't know his last name, but
No,
he's
no,
the
no.
guy. He's the water guy, the plumbing guy.
Give it the beans.
Is that what he's what?
His business is called Give It the Beans.
Give it the beans. So Adrian, thank you very much for his details. I dropped him a line just a couple of days ago, and we're due to catch up on Monday, and he's going to talk to me about plumbing my my rocket in.
Brilliant.
But here's the deal, because I like to keep things, I like to keep things interesting. I don't just want to plumb it into a normal water supply.
No.
I want to make a challenge for Adrian. And the challenge is that my ex has gone and bought herself a brand spanking new water cleaning kit, softening
softener.
Well, it's not just a water softener. It actually, it's a new thing which uses magic. There's no salt. There's no salt filter. Instead, it uses magic to pull out the bits. I could have been a scientist. That pulls out the bits. Like it's a magic. It's an electrical magic-y thing. Maybe it's magnetic.
It's a magnetic.
That's what I said. Magnetic.
I'm not sure that's how they work, but sure. Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, look, it got loads of great reviews on Trustpilot. So she's bought one of these.
So does homeopathy.
So who?
Homeopathy.
Okay, I don't know. That sounds, any kind of opathy sounds too complicated for me. But she's got a water. Anyway, she's got a water softener for the whole house.
Yeah,
plugged in. So I want to do the same thing, because obviously I just generally don't want to have hard water going through any of my pipes.
Absolutely right on that. I wouldn't use a water softener for drinking water, not because it's bad for you, because that's not a problem, but because it actually depletes a lot of ions from the water, not only calcium, and it might actually affect the taste of the water. The water that's been through the water softener doesn't taste very good. And it will have an excess of sodium, which doesn't make a big deal. It's not a big deal. But it's the sodium that is used to regenerate the cartridges, the resin.
No, that's the salt-based one.
Yes,
hers is not salt-based.
I would still,
magic.
I would still first of all I would read about it and make sure that it actually works, because I would go for the classic one for the water that you don't drink, because you can have a split. You can have in the kitchen the direct water, and you can use a Brita filter to have it.
I'm tired of pouring jugs everywhere.
Yes.
But wait. We're going to talk about next week. Next week, because I don't want to ruin the whole thing for next week. So next week we're going to talk about it. I'm not going to say necessarily have done anything, but I'll actually know more than it's just magic by next week. Okay. And also we've had a conversation with Adrian, and then let's get really into it next week, because I know this has got to be a big subject for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I'm just on that learning curve, that discovery journey.
Yeah, and Nick is going to take a bullet for all of us, guys. So he does it. So
watch me screw it up, so you don't have to. That should be the name of the podcast, really. All right, my friend.
All right.
I'm going to try and put this thing back together again. Thanks for
good luck with that.
How to take it apart. I've already forgotten which pieces go where. I will talk to you next week.
All right.
Oh, hold on. What do I need to do?
That's